Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And a quick throw here that's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. James now to return it. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story, from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford, he's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw is Stafford. Rolling to his left. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's Akers. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this carries into the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
San Francisco.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mostert. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Seven, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And that'll set him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Stafford. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
33-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
On the counter, this is Akers. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Stafford. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. They'll look to run with Akers. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Again, it'll be Akers, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Here's Akers. They try and run. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gay's kick is good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And the carry on first down by Mostert, going to wind up losing yardage there as he stopped for officially a loss of 2.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Now this throw caught left side. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Robert Foster, his 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
Is good.
And his kick is right through.
Niners 14, Rams 10.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, LA. Cam Akers with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
Kenny Young.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On 1st down, Akers. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. And Gay knocks this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Back to throw here. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but he did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of
A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
On 1st down, Akers. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Rams add on to their lead. And that might just seal the deal here. It makes it a 2-score game with not a lot of time on the clock.
That's the score. Rams 30, 49ers 21.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pickup there at 22. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now a desperation throw deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Robbie Gould lining up for the
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
They'll go again here with Akers.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Third down, here's a run by Akers.
Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped. And they got it done on that play.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down, San Francisco.
Back to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 28 yards on that one, and it'll move the chains.
1st down.
So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends